Hey everyone, Alexander Matthias here from saxophonemasteclass.com. In this video, I'm going to compare the Legere signature alto saxophone reed with my Vandoren V16 cane reeds. Now, if you're looking for the review of the tenor saxophone signature Legere reed, I actually have another video of that. There's a link in the description below. But if you want to know more specifically about the alto saxophone Legere signature reed, keep watching and watch to the end because I'm going to let you know how you can enter a competition to win one of these Legere signature saxophone reeds. Anyone is able to enter for free no matter where they are in the world. And if you win, you can choose between the alto, tenor, soprano, or baritone Legere signature reed. And I'll have it sent to you at no cost. If you want to buy one of these reeds, I actually have a link in the description of this video, or you can download the Ultimate Saxophone Buyer's Guide, which is a free guide I've created for all the different saxophone products you can get. I cover mouthpieces, reeds, ligatures, cases, different saxophones, cleaning supplies, and much more. And I recommend products for all the different saxophones, alto, tenor, soprano, and baritone. So if you want to get a copy of that PDF, click the link below or go to saxophonemasteclass.com/ultimate saxophone buyer's guide. Okay, so before I get into details on how this compares to a cane reed, check out this unboxing video of the Alto Saxophone Legere signature reed. So this is the Legere Signature Series Alto Saxophone reed, and this is what the packet looks like, and this is what it looks like on the back. We have E-flat Alto Saxophone Signature Strength 3. So we just open it up here, and we take out the reed very slowly, like this. So this is what you get. You don't get a reed case like you do with the tenor sax Legere signature reed, but you can just put this into your normal alto saxophone reed case. Okay, so just like the tenor sax Legere signature reeds, this is very see-through. It's made of polypropylene, and this material is supposed to imitate that of a cane or bamboo reed. So we have here the Legere logo, we have the Alto Sax, and the Signature Series name. And then of course this is the strength as well. So I'm going to try this out, I'm going to compare it to my alto saxophone cane reeds, and we're going to see what the differences are. Alright, so that's what you get when you purchase one of these alto saxophone signature reeds. Now I'm going to play for you and we're going to figure out what the differences are between these synthetic reeds and cane reeds. So I've already placed the reed onto the mouthpiece, and one great thing about these reeds is that you don't have to wet them. So you can put it right onto the mouthpiece without any preparation. You don't need to moisten it, you don't need to tamper with it in any way. And obviously you got to make sure that you put your reed onto the mouthpiece in the correct way. Now if you're a beginner and you're having trouble with putting your reed onto the mouthpiece, I do have a saxophone from scratch challenge, which is a completely free course over 6 days that tells you everything you need to know about setting up your sax, playing your first notes, and finally playing your first songs like When the Saints Go Marching In. So if you want to learn more about that, just go to saxophonemasteclass.com/saxophone from scratch challenge. This is a really important technique because if you haven't placed it correctly, you're not going to be able to get a sound from the saxophone, or it's going to be hard to get a sound from the saxophone. Now I got the Strength 3 reed, which is equivalent to the 3.5 cane reed that I usually use. I use a Vandoren V16 for alto saxophone, and the 3.5 strength of the V16 reeds is more or less equivalent to the 3 strength on the Legere reed. So make sure when you're buying one of these Legere signature reeds that you're checking out their chart that shows you exactly what the strength is compared to other brands. There's a link to their website with that chart in the description of this video. Now I'm also using my Vandoren leather ligature and my Vandoren mouthpiece, which is an A7S. And again, if you're interested in those products, there's links in the description of this video. So this is the usual setup that I have with my Vandoren V16 reed. So the only thing I'm going to change is the reed. I'm going to keep the setup the same. So this is what the Legere signature reed sounds like. So yeah, first impression, it feels great, it sounds nice and bright. I'm getting a nice punch to it, which is really cool. I can definitely feel the difference on my mouth. I don't have that wooden reed feel on my mouth. This is made of plastic, and that may make a big difference for you. It might be more comfortable to have the plastic compared to the reed, but it is noticeable. And overall, I'm getting a good impression from the reed. I'm getting a good projection from it. I'm getting a nice even sound across the whole range of the instrument, in the low notes, in the middle register, in the higher register. And like I said, it's nice and bright, it's nice and punchy. So now let's hear what it sounds like up in the Altissimo register of the alto sax. So yeah, extremely responsive up into that high altissimo register, which I also found with the Tenor Sax Legere signature reed as well. It's got that nice edge to it, it's got a great projection, and I can really get those altissimo notes with no problem. And this is going to be helpful for players that don't want to use a metal mouthpiece, but still want to get those higher altissimo notes with ease. So now I'm going to play you my cane reed, my V16 3.5 strength reed, and we're going to see what the differences are. Alright, so I've just placed my Vandoren V16 3.5 strength reed onto the same setup, my leather Vandoren ligature and my Vandoren A7S mouthpiece. Okay, so that's the cane reed, that's the Vandoren V16 3.5, and I definitely feel a difference here. Now, I've been playing the Vandoren V16 reeds for over 20 years, so I do have a preference towards these reeds. And playing this reed side by side with the Legere synthetic reed, I do notice that there's a lot more warmth, there's a lot more roundness to the Vandoren reeds. And that's something I really want in my sound. So that's something I noticed. So essentially, the synthetic reed is a lot brighter than this Vandoren V16 cane reed. Now, the feeling of this cane reed is also very different from the synthetic reed. The synthetic reed has that plastic feel to it, obviously, and with the cane reed I can really tell the difference and even taste the difference. I don't know if you like the taste of a brand new reed, but I personally enjoy that feeling and taste of a new cane reed. So if that's something you don't like, you might really like the synthetic reeds because you don't get that taste, you don't get that feeling of the wooden cane. So let's have a listen now to the Altissimo register using this cane Vandoren V16 reed. So in my opinion, I still get a nice projection in the Altissimo range with this reed and this mouthpiece. So I don't see much of a difference between this and the synthetic reed, but I do think there might be a little more punch to the synthetic reed by Legere. Let's have another listen to the Legere reed in the Altissimo register. So that's my take on the sound differences and the feel differences, but let's talk about the other differences. Let's compare a few more aspects of these reeds, and then I'm going to do a side-by-side test and play for you the cane reed and the synthetic reed and have you guess which one is which and see if you can hear the differences. So first of all, let's talk about the cost comparison. The Legere Signature 3-strength reed comes in at about $42, and that's just for one reed. If you want to get the V16 3.5 reeds, you can get a box of 10 for around $34. And this makes sense because the Legere reeds are supposed to last at least 10 times longer than a regular cane reed. And of course, you could probably make it last longer if you take care of it. Now, of course, the difference is when you buy a Legere reed, you're going to get the same product every single time. If you like the feel and sound of a signature Legere reed and you want to buy another one, it's going to sound exactly the same and play exactly the same. Now with cane reeds, there can be some inconsistencies between each reed. It's very common to get a bad reed or a few bad reeds in a box of reeds when you buy cane reeds. However, for me, Vandoren are one of the best companies for giving you consistently well produced reeds. They also seal each reed in a packet like this so that it doesn't get affected by humidity when it's traveling or if it's in different weather conditions. So that's why I really like Vandoren. There's a bit more quality control when it comes to packaging their reeds. However, you can still get some inconsistencies that are outside of their control just because cane wood can be unpredictable at times and you're just not going to get the exact same playability every single time when you take a reed out of the box. So that's an important thing to consider when it comes to synthetic reeds. You're always going to get the same result every time. If you like the feel of it, if you like the way it sounds, that's the way it's going to feel and sound every single time you play. Whereas even if you get a good reed out of a box of cane reeds, it could still change over time, it could still get warped, it could get affected by the humidity, by the temperature in the room, and you also have to keep the cane reed moist in order for it to play at its best, whereas with a synthetic reed you don't have to do that. When it comes to the sound, when it comes to the tone, like I said, there's a little more brightness to the synthetic reed compared to the cane reed, and you can really get that edge to your Altissimo notes on the synthetic reed, and they really do pop out a little easier too. However, the cane reeds, the Vandoren especially, have a lot more depth to it, they have more warmth, there's more roundness that I really like in my sound. So at the end of the day, I really do like these Legere reeds and I'm definitely going to keep them in my arsenal, especially for when you want to do long practice sessions and you don't want to get through a box of reeds in a few weeks and you don't want to use your good reeds for those practice sessions. You just want to be able to practice, work on your tone, work on your technique without having to use up a cane reed. You're also not going to get as much soreness on your bottom lip when practicing long sessions with a synthetic reed compared to a cane reed. The rough material of the cane reed can often hurt your lip after a few hours of practicing, whereas you don't have that problem with the synthetic reed. So for me, I would definitely be using this Legere reed during practice sessions, but if I've got a performance or a recording, I'm more likely to use a cane reed and break it in before that performance, before that recording session, so I can really get the sound that I want, get the warmth, get the depth, get that roundness that I want in my sound. However, if you're just a beginner saxophone player, I highly recommend these Legere signature saxophone reeds because that's one of the biggest problems that beginner sax players have. They struggle with breaking in new reeds, they struggle with finding a good reed that works consistently, but if you use these Legere reeds, that's not going to be a problem anymore. So I'm definitely going to recommend these reeds to my beginner students inside my Saxophone Masterclass membership. And if you are a beginner saxophone player, I do have some free lessons that you can get to get you started on the saxophone and learn your first songs in just a matter of days. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/saxophone from scratch challenge and you can get over 15 free lessons that'll take you from opening your case for the first time to learning your first notes and finally learning your first songs on the sax. It's completely free to join and there's a link in the description of this video. Now if you want to get one of these Legere signature saxophone reeds, there are Amazon links in the description of this video, but you can also enter the competition to win a free reed as well. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/Legere Reeds competition and you can enter to win one of these reeds for free. I'll ship it right to your door at no cost to you. And if you do win, you can pick between the alto, tenor, baritone or soprano reed. So now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison between the cane reed, the Vandoren V16 and the Legere Signature Series synthetic reed. And I want you to guess which one I'm playing. And I want you to write down what number you think is which reed, the synthetic reed or the cane reed. I'm going to let you know which is which at the end of the video. So I'm going to play a sax solo we all know and love. Check it out. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want the sheet music for Careless Whisper, I actually have a free PDF that you can download. There's a link in the description, or just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/Careless Whisper. I also have a step-by-step tutorial on that you can check out, and there's a link in the description to that too. Alright everyone, I hope you've written down your guesses. I put the answers on the screen to let you know what number is which reed. Let me know in the comment section how many you guessed correctly and if you noticed a difference between the two or not. Also let me know which one you like better, the synthetic reed or the cane reed. I'm really curious to know which one you prefer. Alright everyone, I really hope this video was helpful and it helped you decide if you're going to buy one of these reeds or not. Remember, there's links in the description to all the different reeds, alto, tenor, soprano and baritone. And if you want to win one of these reeds, just enter the competition at saxophonemasterclass.com/Legere Reeds competition. And again, if you want all my recommended saxophone products for alto, tenor, soprano and baritone, just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/ultimate saxophone buyer's guide, and I have a free PDF that you can download with every product I recommend for all the different saxophones. I recommend different reeds, mouthpieces, ligatures, even saxophones, cases, cleaning products and much more. So it's completely free, check out the link below. Alright everyone, that's it from me this week. I put out videos like this every single week, including other saxophone lessons. I have a lot more videos on this channel that will help you improve your playing on the saxophone, and I also have multiple courses inside the Saxophone Masterclass membership, which you can learn more about at saxophonemasterclass.com/membership. You can also buy individual courses. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com and you'll see all the different courses that I have on there. I have courses for beginners, I have courses that help you improve your tone, I have courses that help you improve your ability to play scales and learn new songs with scales as well. So check that out, go to saxophonemasterclass.com for more information. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that notification bell so you can know every single time I upload a video, and also please like this video if you found it helpful. Alright everyone, until next time, happy playing.